Hey guys, welcome back to another Plan with me. This week I'm planning from July 19th to the 25th, and this is probably going to be a semi-short video unless I end up on some sort of tangent, just because nothing happened this week really. I watched a lot of TV. It was my boyfriend's birthday, so that was the thing that happened, but we didn't really celebrate it until, I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff. Nothing happened this week. I went to work and I watched a lot of TV is the gist of it. I'm using this Whimsical Plans kit. It's sort of like a musical, it's mostly just listening to music as a theme. It's a lot of CDs, cassettes, record players, that type of thing. And I picked this kit because, like I mentioned before, I didn't have a lot of summer kits. I didn't have enough to finish out this planner. And so I looked online and tried to find some that I liked or some that would just sort of like fit. And even though this is more of like a pastel-y springtime kit, I decided to use it this week because my boyfriend's very into music. So to me, it just made sense. Whatever. You'll see that I didn't have glitter headers for this kit. When I purchased it, I didn't really realize, but I also wasn't too worried about it because I had this huge package of glitter samplers from Sticky Essentials that had been thrown in with a previous order. So I was able to find something to fit with this kit. At first, I was trying to find a few different colors to use, but then I decided since this kit is so pastel, I wanted a little more saturation, I just decided to go with the plain black glitter headers. And I also tried to add in as many black icons and functional deco as I could, just to sort of make it less blah, if that makes sense. But yeah, I don't really have a lot to say about this kit. I guess the main thing I'll say is because this was such a boring week and just not a lot of things happening, I had to put a full box on every single day of the week, which I usually don't do. There's always at least one day and sometimes even 2 days that I have so much to mark down that I have leftover full boxes to put on my sidebar, which works out because I don't do habit trackers or anything anymore on the side. Unfortunately, with this kit, there was the 2 extra full boxes were just repeats in different skin tones. But because I did love this image of the girl playing a record on her record player, I was okay with using it twice, and I just catty-cornered the 2 girls. I still think it's very aesthetically pleasing. The one thing I'm not a fan of is when kits have just like a patterned full box. A lot of the times they're just the same pattern as the bottom washi. I'm not that into it, but it's what I had, so I just made it work. But moving on to Monday, might as well because I don't think there's anything else to mention. The first thing I did on Monday was fill my tires, and I used a little black car to mark that from, I believe, Paper Crown Prints. Sorry if you heard the motorbike outside. It's a beautiful day today, so of course all the assholes are out on their motorbikes and beeping their horns and running people over and whatever. But I digress. Under that, with this little box with a bow, I'm really not a fan of bows. I also kind of hate when labels have something centered at the top of them because then I can't really cover it up with a piece of deco or an icon, but I wanted to make sure I had enough boxes for everything, so I just used it. And then I used this money from the kit and I marked that I had work then with an appointment label and this icon I had saved from an older kit. This sneaker icon, I marked that I walked 4 miles. With a quarter box and a munchkin watching TV, I marked that I watched Shameless. I finally decided to finish the show, and it was so good. But after not watching it for so long, it was hard to pop back into it. But yeah, I watched Shameless this day, and that's pretty much what I did for the rest of the week. With a half box and this munchkin holding a present, I marked that I wrapped gifts. Then under that, with an appointment label and this little paw print, it's actually like a dog paw print, but I don't care. It's just a sticker from a sheet of paw prints from Michaels. I marked that I did Brad's litter. Moving on to Tuesday, this was my boyfriend's birthday, so I marked that with a half box and this happy birthday munchkin with like confetti and blowing one of those things that I can never remember the name of, with a skinny appointment label and another icon I had left over from an old kit. I marked that I worked. Then I marked that I filled up on gas with this little emoji and a piece of plain washi. I decided to fill up this day because we were in New Jersey. And I'm sure I've mentioned it before, but I'm from New Jersey and I am programmed to despise pumping my own gas. I hate it more than anything. And since moving to Pennsylvania, I have gotten so close to empty so many times because I put off getting gas as much as possible. Then under that, with a half box and these two emojis at dinner. I think they're emojis. Yeah. I marked that we went to this steakhouse called Prospectors. It's not my favorite thing. I'm not like big on steakhouses, but it wasn't my birthday. So I was more than happy to go wherever he wanted to go. So that is where we went. And then the final thing I marked with a movie marquee was that we went to see, I don't even know if we went to see it or if we just watched it at home, but I don't know. We used to go to movies on Tuesday all the time. So I'm just assuming it was in theaters. I don't know. But we saw Till Death. I can't even remember what that was about, so I'm going to assume it was nothing too amazing. Moving on to Wednesday, the first thing I marked with this little box, and this is, I think, like one of Once More With Love's newer, like, come fight me munchkin, but I used it to mark that I was exhausted because this is how I feel when I'm tired. Like, I'm about to have a nervous breakdown and then cry. Under that, with a piece of plain washi and this munchkin in a car, I marked that there was really bad traffic on my way to work. With, a skinny appointment label and a munchkin carrying a baby, I marked that I got to work. Then, with a half box, I marked that I watched more Shameless, and I just used a munchkin lounging and watching TV. With a quarter box and another one of these little black SUVs, I marked that I did some more car research. To this day, still don't have a new car. Bet I won't have one in July either because I'm really putting it off. I haven't even worked up. Like, now I think I know the dealerships that I want to go to test drive some cars, but I just can't bring myself to do it. I'm just really not having a good time with it. With a little thing and this package sticker from, I believe, Coffee Monsters Co. I marked that I got the mail. And then the last thing on Wednesday with this little sleepy Pumpkin Paper Co. Tara, I marked that I passed out, which I don't even know is true. I just needed to fill the rest of Wednesday, so I know I fell asleep at some point. Moving on to Thursday, the first thing I marked was that I went to work with another one of these money icons that I had saved with an appointment label and this munchkin. I feel like they're sending this kid off to school, but I used it to mark that I brought the pack and play back to my boss's house. They had brought a pack and play over to my apartment because for once every week, they would drop off the older kid at my apartment and we would have a day in Philadelphia because she still had a friend who lived within walking distance of me, and so they would have like a cute little play date at the playground. But unfortunately, those play dates were ending, so yeah, I gave back the pack and play. Oh, you hear it? You hear another motorcycle outside? Or motorbike or something? I love it. Anyway, moving on. With a quarter box and this thumbs up munchkin, I marked that I got out at 5:15, which was very exciting because I was working 9-hour days. So I got out at 6 and wasn't getting home until like 6:40-ish, sometimes later. So that was cool. And then I marked with a little thing and this icon that I had thought was black because when I did this filming, it was at night and I had my like shitty, lamps on and stuff, and I couldn't really see very well. But now seeing it in the bright sunny daylight, it's a navy blue icon, but I'm leaving it. It's fine. I just marked that I got a good parking spot. With a fancy label and this munchkin watching a scary movie, which I use these more for like when you watch something embarrassing or mortifying or like, oh my God, like trash TV or something. But I just marked that I watched more Shameless, which is pretty mortifying at times. With this piece of plain washi and a pile of books from Papershire, which I am fighting the urge to place another Paper Shire order. I saw that they came out with a bunch of really cute things, and I am on a no buy right now. I bought a couple kits, I'm not gonna lie, but that's because I needed them. They have a purpose. They're gonna be used, so whatever. I just marked that I did some planning. Then with a little thing, I marked that I talked to my boyfriend on the phone, and I just used a munchkin holding up a telephone. And then the final thing with the little thing and this nails icon that I had saved, I marked that I did my nails. Moving on to Friday, the first thing I marked with a quarter box and this munchkin holding a scooper full of poop, I marked that I did Brad's litter. With a little thing and another baby in a carrier, I marked that I went to work. Then with a fancy label and another TV munchkin, I marked that I watched the movie The Crush, which I thought I had never seen, but now I'm realizing that I have seen it before, so it's not even that good either, but now I'm not going to forget that I've seen it, so I won't be watching it again. With some plain washi and this frozen yogurt deco, I marked that I had ice cream for dinner. Then with a flag from the kit and this gym emoji, I marked that we watched The Office. And then the final thing for Friday with some plain washi and this not today munchkin, I marked that I had a bad night's sleep. Moving on to Saturday, first thing I marked with a flag and this pumpkin paper coat Sleepy Tara was that I napped. No idea what I did between waking up and napping, but the first significant thing I did on Saturday was nap. Then with another leftover icon, I marked that I got ready because we were going to a housewarming party. And on the way, because we are procrastinators and rarely do anything ahead of time, I marked that we had to go pick up their housewarming gift. So I just used the present from the kit and a little box for that. Then with a half box, these balloons that came with the kit, and then I keep blanking on the shop's name, GP Sticker Studio. I think that's who it is. Just this little house. I marked that we went to the housewarming party. I'm just so jealous of everybody getting houses. I just want a house. I want to move. I want a house. And I want no one to bother me. But anyway, under that with some more plain washi and this Tara eating a sandwich, I marked that I stuffed my face. I was pretty annoyed because I really like hot dogs, but I don't like sausage. And I didn't realize that I picked up a sausage instead of a hot dog, but they looked identical and they were in the same tray. So that was kind of a bummer because don't you hate when you're full and like you didn't even really enjoy what you ate? But the rest of it was good. So I did get some stuff that I liked. And then the final thing on Saturday, I marked with this stomachache emoji that I had a stomachache, probably from eating too much. Moving on to Sunday. First thing I marked with a little thing and this munchkin making a bed was that I slept in with a piece of plain washi and this munchkin holding up a little munchkin. I marked that we went to visit my boyfriend's niece and nephew, and we went to the playground, so that was fun. Then with a little thing and this can of cat food, I marked that I stopped home to feed Brad. Then with another piece of washi and this Olive Studio, I can't remember what their new shop name is. Maybe that's it. Olive Studio pizza. I marked that we picked up a vegan pizza in Philadelphia because we were driving out to meet some people to celebrate Joe's birthday with, and they're vegan. And there aren't a lot of vegan pizza places outside of the city, so we picked one up on the way. Then with a half box and these munchkins having a picnic, I marked that we had like a pizza party in the park because of COVID, and we were meeting a couple people who are being, rightfully so, being very, very careful. We all met outside and like kept our distance. But two of Joe's friends from California were in town, and they came and they brought their new dog. So that was really fun, and I wanted to mark it, so I just marked that the puppy came, and I used this random piece of deco I've had for a while left over and a little thing. And then the final thing for Sunday with this cut up half box and this like Frappuccino sticker that I believe came with the kit, I marked that we went to a place called Nifty 50s, and Joe and I split an Oreo milkshake with sprinkles. It has to have the sprinkles. They put so many sprinkles in it. It's really, really good. And then just, I've been doing this for a while now on my sidebar, the 2 half boxes that I used. The one, I just used this, can't think of the shop name, but this little couple just to mark that it was Joe's birthday. And then I marked with this party sticker from Once More with Love that we went to a housewarming party. And yeah, so that's everything this week. I guess there were a couple things that happened, but I feel like usually I have way more to mark. But I feel like all I did was go to work, eat food, and watch Shameless. So, but I'm pretty happy with how this came out. I really like how it ended up looking, adding as much black as possible. I just think it made the kit less washed out looking. But let me know what you think. And that is it. So I will see you in the next one. Bye.